going on, guys? Welcome back to the series where Bryce and I are showcasing our progression in Season 9 of Rocket League with ranked videos, followed by a replay analysis video by Coach Evil. Coach Evil is on Metafy. He has a very stacked resume that you can check out in the description box below. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Okay, so today we'll talk about comms. So from the notes that I posted in Discord, there's a couple things. There's comms relating to your kickoffs, right? That's one you already mentioned that you've started talking about a little bit more. One of them is going to be related to your two-man challenges because that's something that we've covered, and I think it would be useful to have not necessarily keywords for that, but like kind of having some phrases or like just a word, like a couple words, right, to explain like, oh, I'm behind you, now you could challenge, or I'm going to be a little bit slow, stall. And then when someone hears stall, that means, hey, let me buy some time or something like that. And then I think the third one is just some positioning stuff of like letting each other know like where you guys are on the field, because especially for that first man, it makes it a little bit tough to know like, oh, if I'm going to try and take a 50 here, should I try and make it go left or make it go right? Not very useful if my teammate tells me, oh, I'm behind you, right? Then it kind of doesn't give me as much direction as I'd like. The other thing is, since I already skimmed through this, you're going to get picked on a good amount, Groovy, and that's purely because I can see your car and not Bryce's. So Bryce, just so you know, you won't really get picked on today, but it's okay. We'll make up for it another time. But yeah, so it'll mostly be from Groovy's point of view, but I assume that most of the stuff that happens for Groovy positioning-wise happens for you as well. It's just like I hear you not say stuff as well, Bryce. It's just I don't know where you are, so I can't correct it because Groovy can't see you from his POV. But we'll go ahead and get started here.
I'm just going.
So that one, right off the bat, the I'm just going, that's going to be something we want to change. And I think you mentioned that. Like, here, let me pull up a Rocket League map, and I'll go ahead and swap the screen share for you guys. It'll stay the same for the recording, but let's pull up a Rocket League map real quick. Like that. Okay, and then I'll switch the recording over to that for you. And then, oh, that's complete catastrophe there. I just clicked every wrong button possible. Okay. Yeah, so let's go through a couple kickoff scenarios for you guys so that you can remember these moving forward. So one of them would be the two corners, right? If we got the two corners, what I'd like you guys to start doing is obviously the person on the left is going to go. So left is going to go, and I want this person to kind of just cheat up over here.
Okay.
So for these, whenever you're both on the diagonal, I want you guys to stall it. Whoever it is just try to get a good 50. Whether you stall it or you win it, that's fine. But try not to lose it to a corner. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because the problem with trying to lose it across from you is that if you do that, you might pinch it really hard with the opponent.
Yeah.
And then it might just fly directly in your net. And that doesn't happen in this video, but it's very possible, so we want to avoid it. So what I'd say is for this, try and just kind of do a cheat. After that, if like instead we got a dude here and then a dude like here or here, right? In that case, always try to lose it behind you because it's much easier to lose it behind you than it is to lose it across for that same reason that it'll pinch if you do that. Does that make sense so far?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, so always try and lose it behind you, and then this person grab boost, or you guys could cheat up. That's up to you. So I would kind of alternate it between going for the big boost and the kickoff person losing it behind them, and then going for the kickoff and trying to win it or stall it, and then the other person cheats up. Kind of alternate between those two, so that your opponents don't really know what you're going to do, unless you notice your opponents are letting you do it over and over again, which in that case, take the free possession anytime. And then it would be the same thing but mirrored on the other side. And another one would be the straight on ones where it's like you got one dude here and one dude here, or one dude here and one dude here, right? Or one dude here, one dude here. For any of these, what I want you to do is for this one or this one where you got a dude back here and a dude up here left or right, this person is going to try to lose it to their side. So if you're on the right, you're going to try to lose it right. If you're on the left, you're going to try to lose it left, and then this person will grab boost.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you want, you can alternate it where instead you try to win the kickoff or 50 it, and then this dude just cheats up and picks up pads. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then the final one is like this one where it's a little bit awkward, and for this, you can't really lose it left because then this dude will run into you if he tries to turn left. So in these, just cheat up. So this guy goes, and then you just kind of slow cheat behind him.
Okay.
And then you guys can fake, right? You can alternate and put in some fakes in there, here and there. Especially for those straight-on ones, the fakes are probably going to be one of your best friends because you probably get at least one of those per game. And if it's a different opponent every single time, might as well do it every single time because they're not going to think about it. Unless for some reason they got faked on last game and it's in their mind, but even then they might not remember it, and then they'll just get extra tilted if it happens 2 games in a row. But yeah, so those are the kickoffs. So I'll put a picture in the chat afterwards so that you guys have access to those, and you're welcome to just attach those in the video or something if you want.
Okay.
Now let me swap back to the recording, and we will keep going. Okay.
Yeah. That works.
I got back right.
Okay, so there we said back right, but we're left. But that's just like
I did.
that's-
Oh God. Yeah.
but that's just like it's not that deep in this situation, but just keeping in mind like okay, let's try to give accurate comms as well. I think he probably assumed you said left just purely off of how kickoff normally goes, and even if you were right or left, it wouldn't really make much of a difference here. But I like that you're telling him, okay, I'm back left boost or back right boost, but making sure that we think about what side of the field we're on. So always think about it as like going forward. So here you're on the left, here you're on the right. Even if it's because you were going back, so it was on your right. So I think that's why you said
that's
it.
just
But that's just something you'll get more comfortable with the more you think about it.
I'm up.
Have that. Got a nice.
Oh my gosh.
All
Probably
right,
turn
dude.
this down a little bit. Turn this down. 50%. Don't destroy everyone's eardrums.
Wow.
This
It's
And
coming
even
to you,
more.
right boost.
Do that.
Alright.
Oh no, I meant back right.
So yeah, for these, always, anytime you guys are like trying to lose a kickoff, it'll always be to your back corners. And I think you address this as well, of like, you're always going to try to, like, if you're going to lose it right, you mean back right. Is that, you guys said that, right?
He told me that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So something moving forward, because yeah, it could mean any boost, so you never really know. And if you guys like start doing speed flip kickoffs where you try to like beat the player completely, then this could work. What could happen is the dude just cheats up this way, and then you just beat him and hit it over here, and then someone can grab the boost and keep going. But I wouldn't worry about doing that yet. Let's just stick with the other stuff first, then we could add that in later if we want.
Oh my bad.
Nice.
Oh, one on.
Okay. Good.
Pumpkin glass.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's
Got
exactly
him.
what we're looking for.
You got it.
And then that guy owned it.
Yep. Oh man. Dude, you
Nice.
demolished that guy.
Finish him.
He didn't
Cheating.
even slow down.
Okay.
Okay.
Taking a mid.
So for this, right, this could be one of those where
Didn't
if you
even
want,
slow down.
because this dude's a little bit awkward, you could still, even though it's a little bit awkward, you could still go left and go for back
Okay.
left boost, and then Bryce could lose it back left. Here it wouldn't matter, right, because the dude just completely missed the ball. But ideally, you could still go for that boost, or you could cheat up. It doesn't matter. So it's not like here one of them's wrong, but I want you to say that to each other, like communicate that. Do you want him to go back left, Bryce? Do you not care? If you don't care, ask him, what do you want? And then Groovy, you tell him, do you want it back left, or do you want him to stall it or try and win it, and you cheat up?
Yeah,
making
I think I said cheating, but he was kind of still in the last moment.
So after that,
Okay.
dude whiffs.
Taking a
Keep
mid.
going. So this is the same idea. Is I like that you're saying I'm grabbing mid,
Okay.
Okay.
Taking
but
mid.
where? Are you mid left? Are you mid
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm grabbing mid right boost. I'll be mid for you. Like I'll be right in the midfield. I'm ready for a pass or something. Say like grabbing
Mhm.
mid right, then going mid. Mid just
Okay.
being like central mid. So we don't say like middle mid. But we're grabbing mid right boost. I'm going mid now.
Mid.
So that he knows, okay, right here, instead of like trying to slow it down, he could immediately boom it out or something. Now that's on him, right, to react to that. But the idea is let's tell him that so he has that extra information.
Okay.
Or tell him, because you could see better than he can, tell him, okay, hit it up. instead of trying to get it mid. Are you guys able to see
Okay.
my mouse right now?
Yep.
Okay, so using my mouse, right, if he goes like this, he's just going to hit it into the dude who's going to drive up. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
But if he were to just, as that ball comes up, scoop it and hit it up into the ceiling and then down, then he'll beat this guy. So that's on you to tell him as well, as like slam it into the ceiling or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because he might not be able to see this guy from his perspective right now. So if you can give him that extra information or tell him what you want him to do, then you have a better opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you like think that he has a good opportunity to get mid, then just like go mid and tell him you're mid. But if you want him to do something different than what the standard is per se, of like what someone would normally do, of trying to pass it mid or hit it to the backboard, then tell him.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I trolled.
You were mid. My bad. Oh.
Nice.
Now we're going. We try to go for a
Yeah, Lloyd.
reset. Got it. Just not as much of a
Oh,
swing as
I
we'd
missed.
like. But the idea was there.
I should be back.
Good.
That's it. Taking corner.
Uh.
Well, I'm here, so.
Here.
Yep.
So same thing for you, Bryce. Is like even though like he doesn't know where you are right now, you got to tell him like, are you behind him? Are you behind him to the left? Are you mid left? Where do you want him to bring the ball? What do you want him to do? So
Yeah.
making sure like here as he pushes up the field, like say,
Yeah, bro.
oh I'm mid for you, because then maybe if he wants he could land here and then just side flip it middle.
Right.
But if he doesn't know, he's just going to keep going forward and keep soloing. He might still do that, right, even if you tell him. But at least you give him that option, or say here, like, oh, I'm middle for you, or like something like that, just so that he's aware, and maybe he turns back in and tries to keep going.
Okay.
Because then you were mid for him, but he wasn't really, he didn't know. Like, you could assume it, right, but we don't really want to make those kind of assumptions. We want to make sure that we're giving each other exact information, even if it's repeat information per se.
Yeah.
They're really awkward.
Rather be safe than sorry. It doesn't hurt to communicate extra, and then that's just a mechanical error.
Yeah. I tried to force it, but I also didn't touch the ball at all. Force it.
Get forward
Run.
a little bit. There you go.
Right boost.
Put it right.
So again, right boost. Now you guys know, so we're not gonna talk about that one, but you get to try to lose it to that
Yeah,
right
back.
corner, or realistically for shoot, I didn't want to have that boost trail. Okay, so if you're on the left, it's easier for whoever's going for kickoff to drive like this sideways to the ball and force it this way. Because if you
Okay.
stay straight like that, then it might just go into your net.
Okay.
So you're trying to kind of go across. So instead of losing back right, lose it back left.
Okay.
Now here he might have been next to you, so you would probably want him to cheat up. Yeah, so for this one you would cheat up because he's next to you. But if he were that back one behind over here, then he would go left and you would try and lose it left. In this one, I would just recommend cheating, because just the trying to lose it right,
boost.
if you're on the left and you're trying to lose it right, or you're right trying to lose it left, it's a little bit dangerous just because of those pinches, where it's like now you're coming into the ball at the same direction as your opponent is. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
Yeah.
Put it right.
Is that a good bump?
Ow. Ow.
Oh.
Turning on it.
Yep.
Good challenge.
I got another.
Okay.
Oh.
It's fine. It's free.
I am back.
Back where? Back left? Back right? Let him know, Bryce. Because you said
Okay.
back, but that's good, which is good. But add in that extra detail. I'm back left, low boost, full boost, right? Let him know what boost you're working with too.
Good flick. Got one. Nice.
I'm back.
So like here, what should Groovy say to Bryce?
To stall.
To stall, right? Let
Mhm.
Bryce know. Oh, stall, and then for Bryce that means like, okay, I could shadow, I could fake challenge, but don't throw myself at it.
Yeah.
Because right now, Groovy doesn't have much boost. He's caught inside their net. He's on his way out. And he's regaining his momentum, but he's not back yet. So you have to buy him time. But if he doesn't tell you, you don't know. Because maybe he's still at full boost, right? And you think he can get back pretty quickly.
Alright. Oh, it's coming to you.
Yep. Fake. Pass back.
I like the pass back idea. I like the first touch. I like that beat. Misses.
Oh no.
Oh
Skip,
no.
skip.
I remember seeing this. I was like, this is one
skip,
of those.
skip.
This is the review thing, right, where we just jump too early. Like, take your time, get a little bit closer, single jump aerial, slot in the left, you're done. So it's just we're jumping too early on some stuff still.
Oh, I messed up.
But it'll continue to get better. So again, what would you tell him here?
Stall.
Stall, right? So like, I'm out of the play, like, stall for me. And then Bryce, you try to stall as much as you can, and if it becomes a threat, right, then you have to go. But while he's over here, right, over here on the field, then you don't really need to challenge. So just try and fake, or just shadow him and let him do his thing until it gets a little bit more dangerous, or you see an opportunity to challenge, or maybe he makes a bad touch. But your goal should be to stall, but he needs to make sure that he's letting you know that. You might still know that, right? But like I said, I'd rather you guys repeat information that someone already knows than not say it and then them not know. And after that, when you get demoed,
I'm dead.
you say you're dead. That's good.
Yeah, touch. Fight your time.
I can't do much.
So now, again, let's communicate. This is a little bit of an awkward
touch.
situation,
Fight
okay?
your time.
Who has more boost?
Kyoto or Bryce.
Bryce, right? You just picked up the full, and you just said you're low, right? Which is good, but is it better for the dude with full resources to throw himself at the ball, or for the dude that doesn't have anything or like much to throw themselves at the ball?
Wait, hold on. Say it again.
Is it better for the person with full boost to challenge, or the person with low boost to challenge?
Oh, low boost.
Why?
Because the person with boost has they're already ready to react to the next
Exactly.
like play. Yeah.
And you're closer, right? So it's good for you to tell him I have low boost, but then tell him and be assertive about it. Hey, I'll force for you.
Okay.
Because what ends up happening is you're using that low boost as an excuse to not go, and then
Yeah.
neither of you challenge here, and the dude just can do whatever he wants, and you're giving him all of the space. Now, does he make use of it? No, but that's not the point. So the idea is, if you don't have boost, that's fine, but say,
So
okay,
gotta
I have low
force.
boost, but I'll challenge first.
Okay.
And then Bryce knows as soon as you challenge, as Groovy challenges, that he should be ready to follow up the challenge with his full boost. So here you would just conserve your boost, pick up these pads, and then either wait for the first touch or pre-jump it. That's kind of up to you
okay.
and what you feel. But you pick up the pads, so you could even pick up this pad, and then after that you would jump with your 28 boost. And then the big thing here is like you wouldn't.
Fight your time.
I want you to conserve your boost
I can't do much.
instead of
here.
like using it to
I'm back.
get to this full boost over here.
Turning. I'm up. This
Nice,
one.
nice. I'm
Bumping.
muted.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
We're getting a good habit of
Oh,
that groove. I like that.
dude. Oh, you're buffed. Oh. Get out of the way.
Fake it.
Alright,
Okay, so we fake it on that. I like it. If not, lose it to the left or cheat.
alright.
And after that,
Okay, I got
looks
it.
like they
One
faked
mid.
it too, or the dude
It
missed.
might just be free.
One on. Sorry, I saw it.
So
Oh,
again,
sorry.
what should you say here?
One on.
I'm slow back. Well,
Yeah.
Just stall for me.
Slow back,
yeah.
stall, right? It's up to
Mhm.
you if you guys want to have a keyword or of just stall or something else, or if you want to just give
Mhm.
each other a little phrase. But
Sorry.
as long as you communicate that, because then Bryce knows here that he shouldn't challenge. He should fake.
Okay.
But if you were back, then he could challenge, because if he gets beat, you would be behind him to pick it up immediately.
Yeah.
But you're
okay.
not, so you need to tell him so he knows to fake. And then
Okay.
Bryce, if you hear that right, that means fake. And then vice versa. If Bryce is going back, he needs to be saying it, and Ruby needs to fake.
Oh, I missed.
Because now we end up in this awkward situation where this guy kind of destroys us, right? And he could have had a goal scoring opportunity. We got a little bit lucky there.
I'm 0.
Okay, so now this is another thing: is if you call that you have 0, that's fine, that's good. But let's add on to that: you have 0, but you're still going for the ball. What are you trying to accomplish?
I'm trying to get the ball to Bryce.
Get the ball to Bryce. How?
Either with a favorable 50 or just letting the guy hit it.
Okay,
past
so
me.
tell him.
Okay.
Because there's a difference between the two. The 50 goes out mid. The beat goes towards your net around that corner, right? It'll roll around
Mhm.
the corner to him. And those are two very different positions.
Yeah.
So he needs to know which one that is. I got low boost, I'm going to go for a 50.
Okay.
Right,
Or
I got low
boost.
boost.
I'm gonna let him.
Yeah. I got no
Yeah.
boost, I'll fake and go behind you.
Okay.
But we got to let him know, because now it's like he doesn't know back there. He doesn't know, is there going to be a 50? Or are you just going to straight up get beat? Or are you going to flip at it? Like, there's a lot of question marks. He might not be thinking of them right now. He's just thinking about his job of getting to the back post. But now he's like, okay, what's going to happen next? And if you had just gotten beat, or if you had pinched out middle, this guy right here on your right would have just scored on Bryce.
Mm-hmm.
But if Bryce
Yeah.
knew, then he could be ready for that, or he could be ready for that happened. Because one of them is the standard, right? The standard is you just get beat and it keeps going this way. The more advanced is you purposefully 50 it out mid, but if you're going to do that, you need to be aware of it. So it's like,
Mhm.
you just need to communicate that.
Okay.
It's like, I got no boost. What is my goal with the ball? Communicating your actions. Whenever you are first man saying, oh, I'm going to try and air dribble. I'm going to try and get it mid. I'm going to solo play.
Okay.
Even if it's a little obvious sometimes, still making sure that you say it so you get in the habit of always saying it. And then on top of that, when you guys are like further back, is the second man saying, oh, I have boost here, I have no boost, and I'm here. Or telling them, like, buy me a little bit of time. Or you can challenge now, I'm behind you.
Okay.
And those kind of things.
Nice.
I can't score this. I'm gonna fake it.
Nice. Yep.
Nut. Be patient. Alright, I'm back.
I'm going.
I'm letting it across.
Back to us.
Nice to me.
Oh,
So that was
sorry.
good, right? You said to me.
Nice.
And that's the kind of communication we want. Is like, oh, I'm upfield for a pass, or to me. Kind of equals the same thing.
Was it though?
Not what I meant.
And then here, probably back right.
Oops, my bad. Didn't call that. He got the boost too.
Good job telling him that the dude got the boost.
Oh,
That lets him know to be a little bit patient, which he did, so that was good.
Going back post.
50.
Good job saying your back post, Bryce. Like that.
You got it for free.
Nice.
Oh
Nice.
my god.
Take
I-
those. I don't know what else there was. That was good. A good lose to the back left for him. Back right. I don't even know the
He's
directions
awesome.
either.
Yours.
Yep.
So tell him here, right? It's from your perspective, it looks like you want him to pass that up to you.
Yep.
And you're kind of like
Uh-huh.
positioning yourself so that you're ready for him to pass it to you over here. But if you want him to do that, say it. And this is kind of that space thing we were talking about, is like, he could just shoot it right here, but if he passes it through them, they're not really going to expect that, and then you're right there. You could get kind of a through ball. But
Okay.
communicate that. Give him that option. Tell him, oh, I'm on your right.
Oh, I put it right
Alright.
back into them. Going back post.
I think he lost it. It's
Yeah.
over him.
And after that, I'm pretty sure they FF after this one,
Camera,
right?
you're free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got that guy.
So, the big things, I'll kind of switch over to this and pull my Epic pen out again so we can write the big things on the screen. Is we got one, we need to calm position plus boost. So whenever we're second man, so as second man here, we need to calm, okay, I'm middle with full boost. I'm grabbing back right boost. I'm grabbing back left. I'm grabbing mid right and then going mid for you. Okay? And then we got kind of that second point, which is making sure we call, like, what do you want them to do? So it's like, okay, I'm out of the play. Calm demands. We'll use the word demands.
All right.
So I could shorten it. So demand, what do you want them to do? Do you want them to stall for you to get back? Do you want them to challenge because you're ready for that two-man challenge process to happen? Do you want them to slam into the ceiling for a pass? Do you want them to pass it infield? Do you want them to pass it across? What do you want them to do?
Mhm.
And after that, calming. That's the worst M ever. Is that like a two ends anymore? We don't even know what happened here. Calming. Oh, I should probably just keep it the same. Calming. What is it? Actions. So we got demands of what you want them to do. What do you want them to do, and what are you going to do when you have the ball? I'm going to solo. I'm going to pass mid. I'm going for flip reset. I'm going to 50 mid. I'm going to let him beat me. I'm going to fake. Does that all
Okay.
make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sweet. So those are the big three things for comms: is position and boost. What do we demand of our teammate, or what do we request of our teammate for them to do? And then what are we going to do? What's our actions going to be? So those are the three things we want to kind of take away. And then the kickoffs, I think you guys have figured out on your own. So I don't think that's as important. But those are going to be the big things.